What is good, YouTube man? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you are all having a very blessed day, as I'm blessed you are here watching my videos. We got some more basketball. As always, we got December 17th and December 19th slate of basketball. As always, man, let's get straight into it. We had the NBA Cup Championship Tournament. You already know, Bucks versus Thunder. And let me say, it was an okay game until the end, where the Bucks eventually ended up dominating the Thunder, and the Bucks are the 2024 through 25 NBA Cup champions. We got the Lakers and we got the Bucks, the two Cup champions. Funny enough, Darvin Ham was on both teams. Let's go ahead and talk about this game, yeah. Talk about the Thunder first. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he struggled from the field. He shot 33% on 24 shots, making 8 of those. He shot 2 for 9 from 3. 3 turnovers, 21 points. That's just not what Shai does. That is a bad Shai game, and when Shai plays like that, you already know you're probably going to lose, especially because nobody else on the team scored over 20. Jalen Williams shot 8 for 20, 40%. Isaiah Hartenstein was the best player in this game with 16 points and 12 rebounds, shooting 54% from the field. Lou Dort shot 1 for 5. Isaiah Joe shot 2 for 7, and nobody did anything off the bench. So I guess you could say Shai might have been burned out, because he was playing absolutely amazing in every single other game, but he burned out in the championship game. The Bucks, the champions, the winners. Giannis, 26 points, 19 rebounds, 10 assists, triple-double, 52% shooting. Damian Lillard, 23 points, 4 assists, 50% shooting, 5 three-pointers. Brook Lopez, 13 points, 9 rebounds. Gary Trent Jr. with 3 three-pointers off the bench. Basically, the way the Bucks won this was Dame and Giannis performed, and Shai did not, because Giannis and Lillard, they didn't really have any help either. Nobody really went crazy except for Brook. Brook did okay, but the Bucks still only scored 97 points, which is low in today's NBA. And the Thunder scored 81, so that tells you a lot about this game. Giannis did end up winning the Finals MVP, and absolutely, no, not even a debate or a question. Nobody else played even close to as good as he did. And yeah, that is it. The NBA Cup is over for the year until next year, and it was a fun NBA Cup. The courts were good. Some of them were good. And yeah, it ended with the Bucks, Damian Lillard finally winning something, man. Jumping over now to December 19th slate of basketball. You know, I couldn't just talk about one game. I had to talk about multiple different days, because one game to talk about is not enough unless it's the NBA Finals. But this was not the NBA Finals. Free Cade Cunningham. The Jazz beat the Pistons. The 5-20 Jazz, who are now 6-20, beat the Pistons 126-119. Lauri Markkanen with 27 points, 14 rebounds. Colin Sexton with 30 points. Keontae George with 28 points. Shout out to those guys, but they're a bad team. They are probably the worst team in the league. And the Pistons have been good this year, thanks to Cade Cunningham. But you cannot lose games like this, the Pistons, especially when Cade has 33 points, 7 assists, and 4 blocks. And not a single other player in the starting lineup had double-digit points. Jalen Duren, 8 points. Tobias Harris, 8 points. Tim Hardaway, 8 points. His biggest help was Malik Beasley off the bench with 26 points and 7 three-pointers. Shout out Malik Beasley. He should be starting over Tim Hardaway. No Jaden Ivey this game. That did not help out a lot. Jaden Ivey is their second scorer. And just no help. Malik Beasley, most of Malik Beasley's points are from Cade Cunningham setting him up wide open in the corner. Malik Beasley can't really create his own shot that well. He's not a shot creator. He is a spot up catch and shoot shooter. That is all he is known for. So maybe they probably would have won this game with Jaden Ivey, but the starters got to do better. Help Cade out. And yeah, it must be Christmas because the Chicago Bulls have beaten the Boston Celtics, and I could not be happier. The Celtics are 21-6, and one of those losses will be to the Bulls. Zach LaVine with 36 points. He turned into Michael Levine. Zach Jordan. You remember when Zach LaVine was wearing the Michael Jordan jersey during his dunk contest? That's what he was tonight. 11 for 19, 6 for 11 from 3. Ayo Dosunmu, 17 points. Nikola Vucevic, 16 points, 14 rebounds. Everybody in the starting lineup performed except for Kobe White. Kobe White needs to do better, man. Remember what we saw from Kobe White at the end of last season? The person who should have won Most Improved Player last season? He is not doing that this season. Now, I know he's going to do better, but this season he's averaging less than what he averaged last season. He needs to do better. We know Kobe White could do better. And yeah. The Celtics, Jason Tatum with 31 points, 10 rebounds. Jaylen Brown with 19 points, 7 for 17. Not very good. Drew Holiday with 6 points. Kristaps Porzingis played in this game, which is words that I will barely be saying on this channel, but he had 20 points. It's not like the Celtics played bad or anything. I mean, their 4 best players, and then Drew Holiday, who's probably their 5th best player, maybe. He played bad. Peyton Pritchard performed well off the bench, but nobody else did anything. But still, the Celtics still played well, but the Bulls were just on one tonight. Specifically, Zach LaVine was on one tonight. The Atlanta Hawks versus Spurs game got heated and it went into overtime. DeAndre Hunter dunked on Wemby and stared him down for like 20 seconds. I said, Hunter, cool dunk and all, but what are you doing, bro? What are you doing? Do you realize what you're doing? The Spurs won this game, as I would have thought. And Wemby. That's all I can say. Wemby. Let's look at the Hawks first. Jalen Johnson with 22 points and 9 rebounds. Potential All-Star. Trae Young with 23 points and 16 assists. DeAndre Hunter with 27 points off the bench. So he had a good game. And he deserved to be able to talk trash and stare down Wemby for dunking on him. But at the same time, not really. Because Victor Wembanyama had 42 points and 4 blocks, 5 assists, 7 3-pointers. You don't get to talk to somebody who has 42 points on you. The Hawks absolutely got fried by this man, Wemby, bro. Chris Paul with 12.7 rebounds, 8 assists, 4 steals. The amount of contribution Chris Paul has provided to this team this season has been MVP level. I don't care what you say. Just off the knowledge he is feeding Wemby is MVP level. Because the player he is turning Wemby into, it's going to be special, man. Shout out Devin Vassell as well with 23 points. He's returning from injury. He has been playing well. And yeah, I told you, man. I told you, DeAndre Hunter, do not poke the bear. Potential future GOAT. Don't do that, bro. The dunk was nasty, though. Don't get me wrong. The Grizzlies beat the Warriors by 50-plus points. Y'all was sleeping on the Grizzlies, bro. Ja Morant is back. They are 19-9 and are sitting in the top area of the West. Warriors are now 14-12. Remember when the Warriors were like, what were they? Like they were like 9-2, I think. I don't know. They were like they were number 1 in the West. Well, now they're a play-in team, and the Grizzlies beat them by 50. And Ja Morant only had 9 points, and he played 17 minutes. Had a nasty block on Draymond Green. Get that shit out of here, Draymond. Jaren Jackson had 17 points. Basically, nobody in the starting lineup played over 25 minutes because that's how bad they beat him by. Santi Aldama with 21 points, 14 rebounds off the bench. But yeah, the Warriors just got doggy styled. Stephen Curry with potentially his worst career game ever. Like 2 points, 0 for 7 shooting. He had no field goals. Both his points from the free throw line. 2 points. Draymond Green. 0, 0, 0, 1 steal, 0. 0 for 4. Shout out Andrew Wiggins for carrying this game. 19 points. Shout out Andrew Wiggins. And shout out Brandon Podziemski with 21 points. Nobody else did anything else. Bad L for the Warriors. I know this one hurt you Warriors fans, man. What happened? What happened to you guys? What happened, bro? What happened? And that was the 4th largest loss in Warriors history. It was 51 points to be exact. Crazy. The Rockets have been surprising everybody this season. They are currently 18-9 and sit on top of the West with the Thunder and the Grizzlies. They played the Pelicans, and we'll talk about the Pelicans in a minute, but the Rockets, I just want to talk about how good they are. Jalen Green had 34 points this game. Dylan Brooks had 26 points. Alperen Sengun had 23 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists. Their bench players played well. This team has so much talent and young players and athleticism and strive and work. It is so unbelievable how far they have come. This team is going to be great this season, man. You saw what they did in the NBA Cup. Alperen Sengun is a potential All-NBA player. He's going to be an All-Star. Jalen Green could be an All-Star. You got Dylan Brooks, who gives life to this team. He's a menace. The Rockets are good, but that was not the main point I was trying to talk about. I want to talk about the Pelicans and how absolutely god-awful they are. They're 5-23. Zion's played like 3 games this season. Brandon Ingram's played like 7 games. DeJounte Murray's played like 14 games. Like, my goodness, this team is so bad that Trey Murphy had 28 points and was their best player. Misi has been going crazy. He's a potential rookie of the year. CJ McCollum has not been doing very good. He's not been doing very good. He shot 35% this game. Herb Jones had a good game. But yeah, the Pelicans, man, if I were you, I'd just say blow it up, man. You got to trade Zion, trade CJ McCollum, and trade Brandon Ingram. Keep DeJounte Murray, maybe. Yeah. Trade those 3 guys, though. Build up Misi, build up Trey Murphy, build Herb Jones. Trade Zion especially. If you're gonna trade anybody, trade Zion, because 5-23 is absolutely diabolical. The Indiana Pacers and the Phoenix Suns played, and Kevin Durant needs help. The Pacers are 13-15 after beating the Suns, who are now 14-12 they are in the play-in race with the Warriors. We could talk about the winners first. Shout out the Pacers, I guess. They're not really a crazy team this season. If you watch my NBA predictions video, I predicted the Pacers had a fluke playoff run last season. I'm looking like I'm going to be correct. The Pacers are going to be probably a play-in team this season, if that. But shout out Pascal Siakam, though, who had 25 points, 18 rebounds. Halliburton has not been playing crazy well. He had 13 points and 12 assists. Shout out Nembhard, shout out Miles Turner. But the Suns, man, Kevin Durant with 37 points, 10 rebounds, and 6 assists, and lost. Devin Booker with only 17 points. Devin Booker, I wouldn't say he's the problem, but they definitely need to play better. Bradley Beal, I just hate Bradley Beal on this team so much. He does not fit alongside a Booker or a Durant. They need to trade Bradley Beal. Maybe try and get Jimmy Butler. Tyus Jones is great for this team, though. Keep Tyus Jones. Keep him as your starting PG. but you just got to trade Beal, man. And you need to get some defense. A rookie and a 36-year-old man cannot be your best defender. Yes, I'm talking about Ryan Dunn and Kevin Durant are their two best defenders. Tonight was a special night because Karl-Anthony Towns returned home and the Knicks played the Timberwolves. The Knicks beat them by 20 plus points. And it is now safe to say that the Timberwolves brutally lost this trade badly. Karl-Anthony Towns is looking like an MVP this season. He had 32 points and 20 rebounds against his old team. And he's doing that every night. Mikal Bridges has found his jump shot with 29 points. You saw what he did on Christmas. He is continuing that. Mikal Bridges, who was talking about his jump shot? I apologize. Jalen Brunson had 14 points, but he didn't even need to do anything. This was Cat's game. This was Karl-Anthony Towns' revenge game to show the Timberwolves. You traded me for Julius Randle? You traded me for this guy? Julius Randle did not have a bad game this game. He had 24 points, but Julius Randle alongside Anthony Edwards is just such a terrible player duo because it takes away all the shots from Anthony Edwards because that's all Julius Randle does is shoot. And that takes away Anthony Edwards, who is a up-and-coming superstar. Already superstar, probably. And he only had 17 points and 7 assists. And, you need to get a defensive guy, a defensive superstar for him. You already have Rudy Gobert, but you need you need a Karl-Anthony Towns. The Timberwolves should trade for that guy. He's pretty good. They should trade for Karl-Anthony Towns. The Knicks are now 17-10, and the Timberwolves are now 14-12. And pray for Timberwolves fans, man. LeBron James now has the most minutes in NBA history, passing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Yo, Kareem hates this guy, bro. Kareem absolutely hates LeBron. That is another record snatched from Kareem. LeBron keeps on doing GOAT things. He is the GOAT. He is the greatest of all time. The All-NBA Cup teams, All-NBA Cup first team was announced today. You got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Alperen Sengun, Giannis, Damian Lillard, and Trae Young. Do you agree with those teams? Let me know. I feel like those are pretty accurate. Definitely Damian, Giannis, definitely Shai. The other two are debatable. Maybe you could put a Karl-Anthony Towns, a Jalen Brunson, Stephen Curry, or even a Cade Cunningham, man. But outside of all those players, those teams are fair. That is it for the basketball today, man. If you enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching. I will see you all in the next one. God bless.